Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, guys. How is everybody doing? So I just thought I'd do a big shout out to That's Life magazine. The article is out today. It's on the 19th of February edition, 2026. I've had so many people messaging me already, and I did share it on my socials as well. So the opportunity to spread awareness is everything as a parent that could help other people, because with me talking about it, people didn't know anything about it. They're like, oh, what's this? Because I feel like sometimes we get diagnosis and it's not always the right diagnosis for our child. And I was always trying to find answers or a diagnosis just so I know how I can support him. I'm not into labels massively, but I feel like sometimes we just do need a little bit of guidance on how to help our children, because it's like anything, we need to know answers of what it's like when we're ill, or we need to know what's going on to be able to treat it and support it and work on a plan. That's why we have education healthcare plans, because they help our children, they help support and they help us fight. And you get those till you are 25. And every year, 6 to 12 months, we tailor those to what our children need. They might need more support, like my son has hydrotherapy, might need occupational therapy. He's got a new diagnosis last year that's been added to. So looking at the diagnosis and what he struggles with, we're able to adapt that now. So let's looking at numbers, orders, swimming, like the therapy will help him work more, and how order and change is going to be a struggle to him. But at least they know what it is. And I think teachers need to know, because like it's okay having the SEN means a lot. It's a big scope, isn't it? It's a big spectrum of what it is for parents and staff. They don't know everything. Like when you do your teaching and then you go into SEN, you don't get taught about genetics and in depth about ADHD, and you get taught of like probably a varied, like, I don't know, syllabus of SEN. Because I remember when I did my teaching, we kind of covered learning styles years ago, but that was it. I mean, since then there's a lot more that have come out, a lot more people are being heard. But I feel like to know these things, and me to speak to the teacher and say, this is the information, you can go on Google, you can have a look, and it gets them to understand, like, actually I get why he's like that in class, I get why he's triggered, or I get, why he struggles with PE or like movement. It's all there, it's all in black and white on our paper. So yeah, it's just having the answers and the awareness, and keep spreading the awareness. That's all I'm going to keep doing now, is keep spreading it, talking about it. I think that's all you can do, is supporting other parents and getting together and helping each other. But yeah, so I just thought I'd do a little catch-up podcast. I went to my first talk therapy session today. The lady was lovely. I'm always apprehensive who I'm going to get, because of the work that I do of myself. You have to gel with somebody and for them to understand. I think, like working as a life coach and working with somebody, and I need to be on a level with someone to talk, and for them to understand and maybe have been through things themselves in life to talk about and look at a theme what I'm going to be worrying about. Even though I do all the work that I do like hold a lot in my stomach, which comes up with, like, when I'm holding things tight, it comes up with pain, and that's what I'm going to talk about today, my fibromyalgia, and how it can flare up, and how it can really affect you as well, and you can struggle. I have a lot of people that have been through so much in life that pain management and like just the inflammation markers can go up in your body. But yeah, it went really well, and I feel like just talking to somebody, and I've been through losing my nan, I'm getting the diagnosis with my son. I'm not a robot. I help so many people, but the thing is, with being a life coach, I don't get counselling. So I feel like when you are a counsellor, you get the hours, you get the coaching, because you need it, because you're getting everybody else's problems and issues, aren't you? So being doing what I do and supporting people, it's nice to talk to someone a little bit impartial. I talk to clients all day. I'm really good at that. People know me, but you're not coming to listen to me, are you? And that way you're coming for my support. So that went really well. And yeah, positive. Go and see you again in 2 weeks. So I just feel like it's always good to learn new strategies, isn't it? For yourself, it's all right telling everybody else what to do and supporting everybody else, but it's also good to see a different perspective and pull you out of you're in this bubble of yourself, aren't you? You're throwing out information to other people and clients and saying, well, why don't you try this? And it does work for everybody, like everything that I help women with. But also there's other strategies that sometimes it might help me in a different way. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, it was positive, so I'm good. And I didn't cry. I thought I might cry. You know, when you're oh, because it's especially when you think about grief and you're missing somebody. And when you miss somebody and you've lost somebody, you worry I worry so much about my son and his future and his health. And I think if you're an SEN parent, you sometimes grieve for the future that you're not going to have. You're not just going to go off and leave home and do the things it's going to be a lengthy time. It's going to be a lot of fighting. You might be fighting for your children. You might not fight for your children. I've been so lucky. I've equipped myself with information, with resources to go into these meetings, to be able to talk. And that's what I want to help parents with, to be able to feel that confidence to go into a meeting, to have everything. Not everybody has the confidence and the knowledge and the experience. I didn't. I just went with it. And I just went to appointments. I went on Google, went online. We've got everything at our fingertips now. If you get a good school and a good head teacher, it's fabulous because you just work with them. And my son goes to an SEN school, so I don't need to worry about a dot. It's everything's there. They're on the ball. Honestly, it's such an amazing school. I'm so grateful. I say it all the time for him being there for a very long time till he's 19, and they're looking at extending it now with more funds to looking at 19 to 25-year-old provision, which would be amazing because it's looking at independence, working, work schemes, getting some qualifications. That would just be amazing. So yeah, I'm really happy. So the future looks good, and it's just continuing not let my little worries and struggles jump in. But what I wanted to talk about today is looking at how trauma and the body, that our body does remember, and how to learn to release what we've been carrying. When I was telling my husband, so when we have a baby and we feel the pain when you go through natural birth, we're kind of sitting with it and we go through that trauma. But when we're having a C-section, our brain is still going through that trauma but we can't feel it because we've anaesthetic and we're just numb, aren't we? But I had the jitters and my adrenaline was going, and I kept having to have some fluid put into me. So your body is going through trauma, and it's like anything in life. We go through trauma, our brain goes through trauma, but our body isn't going through the trauma. So I'm happy smiling, having my baby. My body and brain is going through so much trauma and triggers, and I'm just smiling, and then I get presented this baby. So my body hasn't really dealt with the trauma. But I feel like you think about all the years that we've gone through so many different situations, different traumas and challenges. It's in our body. So let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your body is holding on to something your mind can't quite explain? Like the pain isn't just pain. It feels layered, emotional and heavy. So I'm going to talk about fibromyalgia, trauma and the nervous system, and how the body can store stress, especially for women and especially for mums who carry so much every single day. And I want to say this clearly right from the beginning. This episode is not about blaming yourself for being in pain. It's about understanding your body and learning how to support it with compassion. So, the body does keep score. There is growing medical understanding that fibromyalgia is linked to what professionals call central sensitization, meaning the nervous system becomes more reactive and more sensitive to pain signals. Your body isn't broken, it's very protective. When we go through long periods of stress, emotional trauma, pressure, caregiving or survival mode, the nervous system adapts to keep us safe. But when the body stays on high alert for far too long, that protection can turn into chronic pain. It's not weakness, it's a very intelligent body that has been trying to look after you. Trauma doesn't just live in the mind, it lives within the body. We often think trauma is only something we remember consciously, but the body remembers what the mind sometimes suppresses. You might notice tension in your shoulders, this is me, jaw, very much so, hips, yes, lower back and pelvic area. Your muscles tighten, your breathing becomes shallow, your body braces without even realising. And over time, that tension becomes your normal, especially for women who are used to pushing through, holding everything together and putting themselves last. And the body can end up carrying what the voice never had space to say. And this is me over the years. I've had a couple of car accidents, I've had a lot of deaths around me, and I feel like it's been stored in my body. And what I've noticed over the last couple of years with the fibromyalgia just triggering all the time is jaw pain, neck pain. When I feel tense or sad, something happens. One thing, I know what triggers me and you know what triggers you. And this is why I've got to be aware and be able to start pulling back a little bit, start saying no, start relaxing a little, have some baths. I know Rachel, who listens to the podcast, she is on it. She sends me messages and she has face packs. She might be in bed for a few days or a week. She has new pajamas. She has everything in place. She will speak to her husband, Dave, and say, right, he knows, he's really in tune with that and he will help her. And that's great when you are at that understanding of your body and your partner, if you have a partner, is aware. So we can work together as a family, especially when you've got children, and she's got SEN children like me. So it's important that we are looking for the signs, because I know she has really good spells and then she will have a trigger and a flare up. And you notice it online because people go quiet. It affects your business, because what can you do? You might not be able to go to work. How are you meant to look after your children, especially if you're on your own? So it's being very aware of your body, because it does tell us the signals. And it affects so much of our body, especially the sexual side of our relationships, because when our body is in chronic pain, we might not want to do the things that we want to. And sometimes we can feel that pelvic tension, that difficulty switching off mentally and feeling disconnected from your body. But it's because the nervous system is still operating from protection mode rather than safety mode. How do we begin releasing what the body has been holding? Not through force, not through pressure, and definitely not by blaming ourselves. Healing starts with creating safety inside the body. So here are some gentle ways to begin. Number 1, build body awareness. Start noticing where you hold tension during the day. Drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, take slower breaths, because a small awareness creates big change over time. Number 2, choose gentle movement. Stretching, yoga, slow strength work, walking. Just movement that tells your body it's safe and not under attack. This isn't about intense workouts. It's about nervous system regulation, like hot yoga. I love boxing, but I know when I box, my pain starts. But boxing is good for getting rid of the anger, the stress. But it is about adapting fitness as well. As a fitness coach, I always used to adapt fitness for people, because a lot of people have medical conditions. And I would never say to somebody, you can't do that because of this. I work with amputees, and I get them doing all sorts of different exercises and challenges. I won't treat them any different. It's just about adapting and being kind and not saying, no, I can't do that. We can do anything we want to, even if it's in-chair exercise. And if you're disabled, it's sitting in a chair. You might not have time to exercise. We exercise when we just stand up out of our chair and go to the toilet. We can do all sorts of different exercises, lunges and wall push-ups and squats, wall slides. Tins of beans, just moving them around, just getting rid of that residual energy. Number 3, let's focus on your breath. One of the quickest ways to calm the body is through longer exhales. So I want you to try this. Breathe in for 4 and out for 6. Long exhales signal safety to the brain. And what I do is a bit of EFT tapping. So I was on my way this morning for my therapy, and I did some EFT. So I was tapping my chin, my collar, my head, my elbow. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, well, because he was 10 minutes out the door later than I wanted him to be. Then I started to feel stress, and he's like, we've got 20 minutes to get there yet. But I didn't want to be stressed in traffic. Traffic makes me anxious. I wanted to get there, maybe have a brew, have a minute. Anyway, I got there early and I went in early. It was great. Went to the toilet, was able to just chill and breathe. Because I went into this freeze mode. My eye went all glazed because I'm starting to overthink it. So I did a bit of that, a bit of breathing, My husband's like, just chill, get the heated seats in the car, dropped our son off at school. And he's great. He dropped me off because I didn't want to be stressed about parking. And he picked me up. He came, picked me up, took me some breakfast. It's like, amazing. Had a good talk about it. You know, he might not have the answers to everything. He's a massive, like, support and a great listener. But it is just taking those actions and just owning whatever you're feeling and sitting with your feelings. And number 4, therapy and emotional support. Like I've done, talking therapies can be incredibly powerful because when the brain processes emotional experiences safely, the body often reduces its threat response too. You are not digging things up for no reason. You are allowing your system to stop carrying them alone. I mean, you can bring up all sorts, can't you, in your sessions? But sometimes it's good to start from just one thing and work your way through. And you can do a lot of the uncovering at home and start journaling and planning and start thinking, actually, how can I uncover and open this up? And you can just do so much work for yourself. I'm all about independent self-development and work, but do it safely with that extra support. Number 5, safe, nurturing touch. Massage, a warm bath, placing a hand on your chest, a bit of like Reiki on yourself. And these small acts send powerful signals of safety to the nervous system. Never underestimate the healing power of gentleness. That's what I do when I'm feeling a kind of way. I've got a heated eye pack, which I need to order. That's a good reminder for the salon. So I just pop one on if you come for a facial. I ask the client, do you want a cool or warm feel? It's cold now, so I go for the warm feel. 30 minutes, they're about £9-10 on Amazon. You get a pack of 10. They are amazing. They're warm, can take you away. A hot bath, something nice for your feet, an essential oil. Before I went this morning, I put a roller on my neck of essential oil. And I also did, my auntie sent me some, I think it's some chestnut, because she used to do like a lot of healing and herbal like remedies. So I drop that in my brew a couple of times a day. So it's just finding ways and gentle ways to nurture you. And number 6, rebuild your relationship with pleasure. This isn't about pleasure or pressure. It's about reconnecting with your body slowly, kindly, and at your own pace. Healing is not a race. So let's look at the spiritual perspective without blame. Sometimes illness invites us to slow down, to listen, to create boundaries, to stop overriding our needs. While living with fibromyalgia, it's not dramatic. People do boo-boo certain medical conditions like ME, MS, arthritis, rheumatoid, because people can't see it. That's the problem. But it can floor us. A lot of celebrities like Lady Gaga, she talks about fibromyalgia and it floors her, especially when she's on stage. It doesn't stop her doing it, but she could be in bed for a long time. And I feel like once she started talking about it, the world started talking about it. It's like when anyone with a platform talks about it. It's amazing because it just throws us forward then. People start to listen because, oh, if she's got it and she can get up on stage and dance, but then people say, oh, I don't believe you because, like, how can you do this? How can you do that? We hide grief, we hide trauma, we hide pain, we hide everything because we can do, but our body does show us signals. And people can read us sometimes. We can't kid people all the time. We can easily hide what's going on inside. Your body has been trying to protect you. Now it might be asking for something different, more softness, more support and more safety. And maybe today can be that moment you stop fighting your body and start listening to it. Because your body is not your enemy. It has carried you through everything. And it still has. This is the thing. We need to be gentle. We need to be aware. And I am very accountable for my health and my mental health. If I feel aware, I'm going to deal with it. Grief it's a little bit different grief. I feel like it lives at the side of us. It works alongside us. We have to put it, I feel like we can't get through grief. It's not going to go away. We just put it to the side and let it work with us in the background. We can dim it down a little bit. We don't have to let it overtake us. Grief is hard at the front, at the beginning, and I'm still in grief now with my nan, but there's nothing I can do but be positive and throw myself into this work and remember how knowing how proud she was of me and my son and everything that he did. Like, I've got so much to tell her now, but I'm surrounded by a shrine. I've got everything here of hers, so I feel like I'm with her all the time, and that's what I've just got to take forward. So anyway, I'm going to go now. So let me know if you've seen the article. Have you read it? Let me know if you're struggling with pain, any medical conditions. Like, I would love to hear from you, because I know I can be talking to a lot of people on the podcast, and I've got a lot of new listeners lately. And I don't know what you're going through and what you're struggling with. It might resonate with you on some things and not other things. But we never know what we're going to be presented in life with. Things can happen in an instant. And these podcasts are great because we can get lots of free information from them. And if you want to book a call with me, you can do that through my Linktree. You can go and get my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood. I've got lots of resources on Amazon. I'm just in the middle of updating some of my journals. So I'll be putting them out soon. But in the meantime, just continue listening to the podcast, going back on the episodes. Let me know what you think. I'd love for you to do a review. And just keep downloading the episodes as well, because that really helps push the podcast, and sharing it on your socials. Or with just people that just sharing on your socials, if you're on my socials, and just tagging me. And if you do add me on Facebook, just send me a message and let me know that you're listening to the podcast. Because I do get a lot of followers, but I don't always accept them because I'm not too sure if I'm being sold to. So, but if you've got a business, that's fine. Just send me a message and I'll leave it there. So anyway, have a great day, whatever you're doing, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my Linktree, from my book Manifesting Through Motherhood to powerful resources and ways we can work together. It's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.